Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. We live in a time of relentless noise. Social media pulls us in all directions, bad news floods our screens, and stress seems unavoidable. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or lost. 1. Don't control what you can, ignore what you can't. The more you try to control the uncontrollable, the more frustrated you'll become. You can't stop people from being rude, you can't change the past, and you can't predict the future. What you can control is your response, your attitude, and your effort. That's where your focus should be. 2. Train yourself to embrace discomfort. If you always seek comfort, you will be fragile. True strength comes from facing challenges head-on. Take cold showers, walk in the rain, sit with discomfort. The more you voluntarily endure, the less the world can shake you. 3. Stop being shocked by reality. Bad things will happen. People will lie, plans will fail. The unexpected will strike. Instead of being constantly surprised and outraged, accept that this is how life works. Once you stop expecting fairness, you start preparing for reality. 4. Respond, don't react. When you react emotionally, you give away your power. Take a pause before responding to difficult situations. A deep breath, a moment of silence, a thoughtful choice. That's the difference between wisdom and regret. 5. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Reputation is what others think of you. Character is who you really are. One is out of your control, the other is completely in your hands. Choose to build your character, and your reputation will take care of itself. 6. Don't complain. Take action, or accept. Complaining doesn't solve problems, it magnifies them. If you can change something, take action. If you can't, accept it and move forward. Energy spent complaining is energy wasted. 7. Practice voluntary hardship. We become weak when life is too easy. Ancient warriors trained in the cold, fasted from food, and slept on the ground to toughen themselves for battle. You don't have to go that far, but choosing to challenge yourself builds resilience. Skip a meal, put down your phone, take the harder path. 8. Remember, memento mori, you will die. We avoid thinking about death, but remembering it makes life clearer. If today were your last day, would your worries still matter? Would you argue over trivial things? Death is not something to fear, it's a reminder to live fully, with urgency and purpose. 9. Let go of the need for approval. Seeking constant validation makes you a prisoner of others' opinions. No matter what you do, someone will criticize you. Free yourself from the need to be liked and focus on doing what is right. 10. Keep your mind stronger than your body. Physical health is important, but mental strength is essential. Read, reflect, and challenge your own thoughts. The world can take away everything from you, except your mind. Keep it sharp, and you will always have power. 11. Practice gratitude even in hard times. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, but there is always something to be grateful for. Train yourself to notice the good. Clean water, fresh air, a warm meal. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and that changes everything. 12.live by a code, not by emotions. Your emotions will mislead you. Some days you'll feel motivated, some days you won't. But principles, honesty, discipline, patience, are constant. Build your life around a strong code, and you'll stay steady even when emotions fluctuate. 12. Stoic practices in summary. 1. Control what you can, ignore what you can't. Focus on what's within your power. 2. Train yourself to embrace discomfort. Choose challenges to build resilience. 3. Stop being shocked by reality. Expect difficulties, prepare instead of complain. 4. Don't respond, don't react, think before acting, control emotions. 5. Focus on character, not reputation. Be good, not just well-liked. 6. Don't complain. Take action or accept. Complaining is wasted energy. 7. Practice voluntary hardship. Toughen yourself for life's challenges. 8. Memento mori, remember you will die. Live fully and without regret. 9. Let go of the need for approval, don't be ruled by others' opinions. 10. Keep your mind stronger than your body. A sharp mind is your greatest weapon. 11. Practice gratitude, even in hard times. Focus on what you have, not what you lack. 12. Live by a code, not by emotions. Principles are a better guide than feelings. Control is a fundamental aspect of human life. We often believe that if we could just gain control over more things, our circumstances, other people, or even the future, we would be happier and more at peace. But this is an illusion. The truth is, there are only a few things we truly have control over, and the more we try to control what is beyond our reach, the more we suffer. The key to inner peace lies in learning to distinguish between what we can influence and what we cannot, and directing our energy accordingly. One of the biggest sources of frustration in life is trying to control things that are outside our power. Other people's opinions, the economy, world events, or even the weather. These are all things we may wish to shape according to our desires, but they remain completely out of our hands. No matter how much we worry, argue, or plan, we cannot dictate the outcome of every situation. Trying to do so only leads to stress, anxiety, and disappointment. The more we grasp at control where we have none, the more helpless we feel when things do not go our way. On the other hand, we do have control over certain key areas of life, and this is where our focus should be. We can control our thoughts, our actions, our habits, and our reactions to events. We can choose to be patient in a frustrating moment, to be disciplined in our work, or to show kindness even when others are unkind. These choices are entirely within our power, and they define the quality of our lives far more than external circumstances ever could. The world may be unpredictable, but our ability to choose our response remains constant. Letting go of control does not mean giving up or being passive. It means recognizing where our influence ends and accepting what we cannot change. It means focusing our energy on what truly matters, on self-improvement, on our values, on the way we treat others. It means learning to trust that we can handle whatever life throws our way, even if we cannot control the situation itself. By shifting our focus away from what we cannot control, we free ourselves from unnecessary worry. We stop wasting energy on things that do not serve us and instead invest that energy in growth, resilience, and peace of mind. Letting go of control does not make us powerless. It makes us powerful because it allows us to put our strength where it truly matters. When we accept this principle, life becomes simpler. We stop arguing with reality, stop fearing uncertainty, and stop allowing external events to dictate our happiness. Instead, we build an unshakable foundation within ourselves, one that allows us to remain steady no matter what happens around us. The world may be chaotic, but our inner world does not have to be. True freedom comes not from controlling everything, but from mastering ourselves and choosing to let go of the rest. Discomfort is something most people instinctively avoid. We seek comfort in all aspects of life. Comfortable homes, comfortable jobs, comfortable routines. Modern conveniences have made life easier than ever, but they have also made us weaker. The more we avoid discomfort, the less resilient we become. The ability to endure and even embrace discomfort is a skill that leads to growth, mental toughness, and true inner strength. Discomfort is an unavoidable part of life. No matter how much we try to shield ourselves, there will be moments of pain, loss, frustration, and hardship. The more we resist these experiences, the more they control us. But if we shift our mindset and accept discomfort as a necessary and even valuable part of life, we gain power over it. Instead of fearing difficulty, we can use it as an opportunity to grow. Every great achievement, every moment of personal development, and every true transformation comes from pushing beyond comfort. One of the best ways to build resilience is to voluntarily seek discomfort. This doesn't mean suffering for no reason, but rather training ourselves to handle adversity before life forces it upon us. Taking cold showers, fasting for a day, exercising beyond our limits, or challenging ourselves to difficult tasks all build mental and physical toughness. When we train ourselves to handle small discomforts, we become stronger for the bigger challenges that life inevitably brings. A person who has faced voluntary hardship is better equipped to handle unexpected setbacks, failures, and difficulties, because they have already proven to themselves that they can endure. Avoiding discomfort may provide short-term relief, but it leads to long-term weakness. When we avoid difficult conversations, we allow misunderstandings to fester. When we avoid physical discomfort, we become unhealthy and weak. When we avoid emotional discomfort, we miss out on opportunities for personal growth. Every time we choose the easy path, we reinforce the habit of avoidance, making it even harder to face challenges in the future. But when we willingly step into discomfort, we build the confidence and resilience needed to navigate life's uncertainties with strength and grace. Discomfort is also a great teacher. It reveals our true limits, exposes our weaknesses, and forces us to confront the areas in which we need to improve. It strips away illusions and shows us who we really are. Many of life's most valuable lessons come from difficult experiences, and those who learn to embrace discomfort rather than fear it gain wisdom and perspective that cannot be found in comfort. A strong mind is forged through struggle, not ease. Those who embrace discomfort develop a mindset that is unshaken by external circumstances. They are not easily discouraged by failure or overwhelmed by hardship because they have trained themselves to endure. Strength is not given, it is built through discomfort. The more we lean into difficulty rather than shy away from it, the stronger we become, not just physically but mentally and emotionally. True growth happens outside of our comfort zone, and only those who are willing to embrace discomfort will ever reach their full potential. Life is unpredictable. No matter how well we plan, how careful we are, or how much we try to avoid difficulties, hardships will come. Many people go through life expecting things to be smooth and easy, and when challenges arise, they are caught off guard. They become frustrated, overwhelmed, or even paralyzed by unexpected struggles. But the truth is, difficulties are not exceptions in life. They are a natural part of it. The sooner we accept this reality, the better prepared we will be. Instead of being shocked by hardships, we should expect them, prepare for them, and use them as opportunities to grow stronger. When we assume that life should be easy, we set ourselves up for disappointment. We become resentful when things don't go our way, when setbacks happen, or when people fail to meet our expectations. But if we shift our mindset and recognize that obstacles are a normal part of life, they lose their power to disrupt our peace. Instead of wasting energy on frustration or self-pity, we can focus on adapting, problem-solving, and moving forward. This simple shift in perspective changes everything. When we expect difficulties, we stop reacting with shock and start responding with wisdom. Hardships come in many forms: financial struggles, personal failures, broken relationships, illness, loss. No one is immune to suffering. Yet some people crumble under pressure while others remain strong. The difference is not in the hardships themselves, but in how people view them. Those who expect life to be challenging are not easily discouraged. They see obstacles as tests, setbacks as lessons, and struggles as opportunities to build resilience. They do not waste time asking, "Why me?" because they already know that hardship is part of the human experience. By expecting hardships, we can also prepare for them. We can develop mental and emotional toughness before we need it. A soldier does not wait until the battle begins to train. They prepare in advance, so they are ready when the time comes. In the same way, we should train ourselves for difficulty. We should practice patience in small annoyances so that we can remain calm in major crises. We should push ourselves to work hard even when we don't feel like it, so that when real adversity strikes, we have the discipline to endure. Preparation does not eliminate hardship, but it makes us stronger in the face of it. This mindset also allows us to appreciate the good times without becoming dependent on them. When we understand that hardship is inevitable, we learn to enjoy moments of peace without taking them for granted. We stop expecting life to be perfect and start appreciating it for what it is: a mix of joys and struggles, successes and failures. Every challenge we overcome adds to our strength, making us more capable, more resilient, and more prepared for the future. Hardships will come, but if we expect them, they will never have the power to break us. Instead, they will shape us into stronger, wiser individuals who can face anything life throws our way. In moments of stress, conflict, or uncertainty, our first instinct is often an emotional reaction. We feel anger, frustration, fear, or anxiety, and without thinking, we let those emotions dictate our words and actions. However, reacting emotionally often leads to regret, misunderstandings, and poor decision-making. True strength lies in the ability to pause, think, and respond with clarity rather than impulse. When we train ourselves to respond with thought instead of emotion, we gain control over our actions, our relationships, and ultimately our lives. Emotions are not the enemy. They are natural and necessary. They provide valuable information about our experiences and can guide us in many ways. But emotions are also temporary and unreliable. What feels urgent in the heat of the moment may seem insignificant an hour later. A sharp response fueled by anger can damage a relationship. A decision made in fear can lead to missed opportunities. This is why we must learn to separate our emotions from our actions. Instead of reacting immediately, we should take a step back, assess the situation, and respond with logic and wisdom. One of the most effective ways to practice this is through the power of pause. When faced with a challenging situation, take a breath before responding. A short moment of silence can prevent an unnecessary argument, an impulsive decision, or a regrettable mistake. This simple habit creates space between stimulus and response, allowing us to regain control over our thoughts and emotions. Instead of being ruled by a fleeting feeling, we can choose a response that aligns with our values and long-term goals. Another powerful tool is perspective. When emotions take over, our view of the situation becomes narrow. We see only the problem in front of us, not the bigger picture. By consciously shifting our perspective, we can detach from immediate emotions and analyze the situation more rationally. Will this issue still matter a year from now? Is my reaction helping or worsening the situation? What is the most constructive way to respond? Asking these questions helps us move from emotional reactivity to thoughtful decision. This practice is especially important in relationships. Many conflicts escalate because people respond emotionally instead of thoughtfully. A harsh word spoken in anger can cause deep wounds. A defensive reaction can shut down meaningful communication. But when we train ourselves to listen, to reflect before speaking, and to choose words carefully, we build stronger, more respectful connections. Responding with thought instead of emotion fosters understanding rather than division, resolution rather than escalation. Over time, responding with thought instead of emotion becomes second nature. It leads to better choices, improved relationships, and a greater sense of inner peace. Life will always present challenges, and emotions will always arise, but we do not have to be controlled by them. By mastering our responses, we take control of our own minds, actions, and ultimately our destiny. This is not suppression of emotion, but mastery of it. A skill that separates the wise from the impulsive, the strong from the easily shaken. In a world that prioritizes comfort, convenience, and ease, the idea of deliberately making life harder may seem unnecessary, even counterintuitive. However, those who intentionally expose themselves to discomfort develop resilience, mental toughness, and self-discipline, qualities that are essential for navigating life's inevitable challenges. Voluntary hardship is not about suffering for no reason, but about training oneself to endure difficulties before life forces hardship upon us. By willingly stepping outside our comfort zones, we prepare ourselves for adversity rather than being broken by it. Modern life has removed many of the struggles that past generations faced daily. We have instant access to food, climate-controlled environments, and endless entertainment at our fingertips. While these conveniences improve our quality of life, they can also make us weak if we never challenge ourselves. Hardship is a great teacher, and if we do not seek it voluntarily, we may find ourselves unprepared when real difficulties arise. By practicing voluntary hardship, we build the strength to handle life's inevitable struggles with grace and resilience. One of the simplest ways to embrace voluntary hardship is through physical challenges. Exercise, cold showers, fasting, and waking up early all train the body and mind to handle discomfort. When we push ourselves beyond what feels easy, we develop discipline and endurance. A person who regularly engages in physical hardship is less likely to be shaken by stress, fatigue, or pain. They learn to endure discomfort without complaint, a skill that carries over into other areas of life. Mental and emotional hardship are just as important to practice. This can take the form of difficult conversations, confronting personal weaknesses, or resisting instant gratification. Choosing to work hard when others are taking it easy, reading instead of scrolling through social media, or delaying pleasure for a greater reward, all build mental strength. The ability to endure short-term discomfort for long-term gain is a hallmark of successful individuals. Those who practice voluntary hardship develop patience, self-control, and an unshakable inner strength that cannot be taken away. Another form of voluntary hardship is simplifying one's lifestyle. In a society driven by excess and materialism, intentionally living with less fosters gratitude and self-reliance. Skipping unnecessary luxuries, reducing dependence on technology, or practicing financial discipline builds resilience. A person who has learned to live simply is not easily shaken by financial difficulties because they have already trained themselves to be content with less. When we make hardship a choice rather than something forced upon us, we take control of our own growth. We become stronger, more disciplined, and more prepared for whatever life may bring. Those who never challenge themselves become fragile, easily overwhelmed by even minor struggles. But those who embrace voluntary hardship build an unshakable foundation of strength. When difficulties arise, they do not panic or collapse under pressure. They have already trained themselves to endure. Hardship is inevitable, but by facing it willingly, we transform it into a tool for growth rather than a source of suffering. Hardship is inevitable, but whether we let it break us or make us stronger is a choice. By practicing voluntary hardship, we train ourselves to endure discomfort, cultivate resilience, and develop the discipline needed to navigate life's uncertainties. Strength is not built in moments of ease, but in the struggles we willingly face. When challenges arise, those who have prepared will stand firm while others falter. The path of voluntary hardship is not easy, but it leads to true freedom. The freedom to remain unshaken, to face adversity with courage, and to live life on our own terms.